She stood on the front lawn, hands folded calmly, watching movers carry furniture out of the house. The man yelling at her didn't recognize her at first. But when he did, his face went pale. Because 15 years earlier, he destroyed her home, insulted her, and laughed when she demanded justice. And now, she owned his house. This story isn't about me. It's about my mother-in-law. And she's the kind of woman people underestimate at their own peril. She's polite, soft-spoken, impeccably mannered. The type who says, please, even when she's angry. And, thank you, even when someone's done her wrong. But make no mistake, she is not weak. House with garden. The house. Years ago, my mother-in-law, let's call her Evelyn, owned a stunning property just outside New York City. Not nice. Not comfortable. Staggeringly luxurious. An enormous home minutes from Manhattan. Indoor pool. Sauna. Elevator. The kind of place people stop and stare at as they drive by. It was worth well into 7 figures. She and her husband had built a life there. A good one. And then, life did what it sometimes does. He passed away. After a time, Evelyn remarried and moved out of state. The house held too many memories. So she decided to rent it out. Musical notes. The tenants. A broker introduced 2 prospective tenants. Music producers with legitimate industry credentials. One was the business mind. Organized, punctual, professional. The other was the talent. We'll call him Ben. At first, everything was fine. Rent paid on time. House maintained. Artists came and went, music played late into the night. But nothing outrageous. 4 years it worked. Then one day, the business partner disappeared. A falling out. Ben stayed behind. And that's when the cracks began to show. Alarm clock late payments. Then worse. At first, the rent just came. Later. A few days. Then a week. Then excuses. Evelyn was patient. She always was. Owning property teaches you that things happen. People fall on hard times. But when she gently reminded Ben that rent was due, something changed. His tone hardened. His words sharpened. Soon, the calls became hostile. Then aggressive. Then racist. Every conversation left Evelyn shaking. Not with fear, but disbelief. How quickly respect turned into entitlement. How easily kindness was mistaken for weakness. She still tried to reason with him. Still tried to be polite. Until finally, she couldn't anymore. Balance scale. The eviction. The eviction process was ugly. Ben fought. Delayed. Dragged his feet. But eventually, the law did what it does best. He was out. When Evelyn walked through the house afterward, her heart sank. Cigarette burns ground into carpets. Stains smeared across walls. Pool systems damaged. Plumbing destroyed. It looked like someone had punished the house for daring to belong to someone else. The total damage? Over $100,000. She took him to court. She won. A lien was placed against everything Ben owned. But Ben was broke. No assets. No money. Nothing but his own house, which wasn't worth fighting over at the time. So Evelyn did something rare. She let it go. No bitterness. No obsession. She moved on. Or so everyone thought. Hourglass not done. 15 years later. 15 years passed. Life went on. Then one day, Evelyn received a letter. A foreclosure notice. The bank was taking Ben's house. And because of that old lien, they needed permission to dismiss it so they could get paid. Evelyn could have fought it in court. She was fully prepared to. But instead, she smiled. Because an idea had just taken shape. Brain the quiet genius move. She contacted the bank. Calmly. Professionally. And said something brilliant. Why don't you sell me the house? The bank hesitated. She continued. At fair market value. Minus what I'm owed. You avoid foreclosure costs. Avoid lawyers. Avoid delays. I pay cash. Silence. Then agreement. Evelyn bought Ben's house for nearly 25% below market value. Money she'd written off years ago. Recovered in full. Legally. Cleanly. Perfectly. But she wasn't done. Delivery truck. The final moment. Evelyn found out the exact day Ben was moving out. And she decided to stop by. No lawyers. No threats. No confrontation planned. Just presence. She stood quietly as movers carried furniture past her. Ben came storming out, furious, confused. "Who the hell are you?" he snapped. She waited. Let the memory catch up. And then it did. His face twisted. Recognition. Rage. He exploded, cursing, shouting, unleashing years of bitterness. Evelyn said nothing. Not a word. She just smiled. A small, calm, knowing smile. The kind that says, "You lost. And you know it." She turned and walked away. House the aftermath. Today, that house is rented to a lovely family. They pay on time. They treat it with care. No drama. No destruction. Just peace. Ben didn't just lose his house. He lost it to the woman he once mocked, disrespected, and tried to intimidate. A woman who never raised her voice. Never stooped to his level. Never forgot. He thought he'd escaped consequences. But consequences don't always chase. Sometimes, they wait. This story isn't about cruelty. It's about patience. About how real power doesn't scream. It doesn't rush. And sometimes, the most devastating revenge is simply letting life catch up. If this story gave you chills, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Do you believe karma always comes back? Eventually? And if you want more stories where justice arrives right on time, you know what to do. Iron Speech Bubble, see you in the next one.